What's up YouTube, and welcome back to another Division 2 build video. In today's video we are going through a build for the Golden Bullet. Probably one of the best global events for the Division and a big fan favorite. As we all know, with the Golden Bullet, when enemies have the Golden Bullet, their damage is increased, and when we kill anyone with the Golden Bullet, it'll transfer to us, and of course we get the increased damage, we get reloads on our weapons, and even faster reload speed when we need it. Not much more of an introduction for Golden Bullet, so we'll get straight into the build. We're starting off with our gunner specialization, my personal favorite, mostly for that armor on kill. Always comes in pretty clutch, and it's just such a fun little kind of, I guess you could say, perk to have while you're running around with the run and gun style build. And then we move on to our weapons. As you can see here, we're rocking a double SMG. Honestly, we're not using the secondary much. The only reason why I do have the secondary equipped is for that high RPM, kind of shoots similar to the Ouroboros. Obviously a bit slower, but it's definitely comparable. But our main weapon is going to be the Lady Death, mostly for that talent, Breathe Free. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second or 8 stacks if sprinting, up to 32 stacks total. It is pretty cool because you can see at the end of this talent, kills grant 20% movement speed. So if we're running around, we're building stacks for that first part of the talent. We get kills, we're running around even quicker, and when we are finally applying damage, each round fired consumes a stack and it amplifies our damage by 75%. So we have some amplified damage on top of increased movement speed, which really makes it the perfect run and gun weapon. Now we move on to our gear set. We are using the Striker gear set. Not much explanation needed. We all know the Striker is probably, arguably, the best gear set we have in the game, which will give us 15% weapon handling, 15% rate of fire, and the talent Striker's Gamble. For Striker's Gamble, weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100 times, which gives us 65% increased weapon damage. And we lose stacks, 1 loss per second when we're at 0 to 50, and 2 when we are at 50 to 100. We're using the mask, gloves, knee pads, and holster, as you can see. And we are not using the chest piece or the backpack just because of this run and gun build. It's pretty fast. We're not really going to build the stacks needed to actually get the full potential to the build. So using a different backpack and chest piece is more beneficial. Now, for the chest piece, we are using our Grupo Sombra chest piece. This gives us some crit damage as the brand set. As you can see, attribute to double crit, and we put on the talent Obliterate. Critical hits increase weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, stacks up to 25 times. So at full stacks with this chest piece, we're getting another 25% weapon damage. And then, of course, last but not least, we are rocking the Memento, arguably the best backpack in the game. With the Memento, we are looking at 50% weapon damage when we're at max stacks, counting our red cores, 30% bonus armor when counting our blue cores, along with a 0.3% armor regen, and then 35% skill efficiency at max stacks. Now, many of you might freak out the moment you start seeing blue cores on my Striker build. And it honestly is for me. I prefer it. We're already getting some more damage with the Golden Bullet, so I figure some blue cores for some survivability, why not? You don't like it, then I guess you could just go and throw red cores. You don't need to copy and paste the build. But last and definitely not least will be our skills. Of course, for a run and gun build, we are using our Crusader Shield, a kind of must-have when you're running a run and gun build. This is giving us some protection, and with our mods, some extra damage output. And then for our secondary, we are using different things. It depends. We might use the Banshee Pulse. We might use a decoy or a defender drone, depending on the content we're running. You would usually switch this up depending on what I was feeling in the moment. But that is our build for the Golden Bullet. Pretty plain, pretty simple, and self-explanatory. Not hard to follow, and I think pretty easy to get these pieces. So please comment down below. Let me know what you guys are using for Golden Bullet. Are you using a Striker build? Are you using anything different? And until the next one, I will see you and enjoy the gameplay.
Target down. Good job. You got the target. That's your target.
Serious trauma detected.
Target neutralized. Good work.
Hostile assembling golden bullet. Hostile completed the golden bullet. Received golden bullet. Serious trauma detected. Heavily armored hostile detected.
Okay, gotta move.
Reinforcements en route. Incoming hostiles detected.